Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this trying to make an ornament, and they have done a lot of work already. I'm gonna see how big this thing is, and we're gonna do some nudging. It's a little less than 4, so I'm gonna make my nudge factor 4. I'm going to take the inside ring and nudge it out of the way, because really we don't need the outside ring. We'll use the inside ring, and then we'll take this font and we're gonna left click, right click, and they've done a pretty good job of welding. You need for this to be a hairline, so we'll double click on the pen tool and make it a hairline so it'll cut out. And then that's good, but this needs to be moved over a little bit for strength, just a little bit. That also, we'll do this, left click, right click, and change it into a hairline. You can also change it up here. And same thing here, you need some strength. The heart is an I. It'd be a shame to kind of mess that up, but you can go to object and break the curve apart now and take that heart. And we could, emphasize the heart, make it a little bit bigger, come in here a little bit so they're both kind of touching, and then that way it's going to strengthen that up. I would take my whole word and maybe elongate it to catch a couple of points for strength, because when you cut that out, it's going to mess it up. Our heart is still pretty good. A lot of times the weld tool, we can actually go in here a little bit, and there's a lot you can do with this. Let's try, and I might make a second video to give it a little embellishment. Let's try just welding it, see what happens. Well, that didn't work. So whenever you have a thing like that, because we don't know what all is going on, I would just get the virtual segment delete key and delete those 2 lines. Delete those 2 lines. Delete that line and that line. You've got to think about where the wood is going to go into the other wood. And, it still looks like a heart. I just noticed we have a couple of letters that aren't touching. So we can take the shape tool and grab those 2 nodes and just move them over a little bit. Take the virtual segment delete key and just delete through there. And I will make a second video on how to make this quite a bit better, I think. Just take those, let's see which one's curving. That letter is actually curving, so we'll bring it, maybe delete that node so it won't look so funny. That looks pretty good, and you could play around with that. Now what you need to do, it's all done. Always take your ring and put it back in there and use your smart fill tool. And we're going to fill it with a yellow, doesn't really matter. And then if everything fills in, it's gone, it's done. And then just left click, right click. Now make sure this is a hairline. So we need to double click on our pen tool, and you're good to go. That'll cut out and look pretty good. Now, I'm going to make a second video on how to possibly make this even look better. Maybe stand out a little bit. I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.